get started. Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Majesty. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is efficient producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Fire the Cannon 2005-2006. Blue Jackets season continued. Run for the Cup. Jeff, we won the Stanley Cup last year. This year we're trying to go back to back. And we started off pretty strong at 33-12-2.
Yeah, not too bad. Although it's funny that this was the in real life, this was a big rebound in scoring after the dead puck era. But yours hasn't really taken off. You're actually still pretty defensive.
Yeah.
You got two goalies the team goals against average is under 2, but nobody's even really close to a point a game. Well, I guess Datsuk is, but he's missed a few games.
Yeah. I advanced a couple days ahead because we were getting closer. Oh, there's a trade. Cam Talbot for Jamie Langenbrunner.
Who's getting Montreal gets Talbot.
Yeah. Langenbrunner goes to Rangers. Interesting.
And the Rangers, that's not a great move by the Rangers because they're pretty awful right now.
I think they have big goaltending depth, don't they? LaBarbera, depth chart.
And Garon, no, unless they got somebody.
Peter Budaj.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Talbot was actually way down on their depth chart. Well, he's the youngest guy there, but
yeah, they got some pieces.
They could have used him in the future.
They're optimistic about what's going on. We're going to continue here. Yeah, so we are currently dealing with a rash of injuries. Nothing major. We got everybody kind of healthy for the moment, but lots of little things. Smelling Wrestling Geek says, greetings, Adams and Jeff. Hello, welcome. And then in our other chat, because we are streaming simultaneously, NY Exit says, will the new game, meaning our upcoming, not announced yet game, include dynamic trade deadline like OOTP?
I can't remember exactly how theirs works. We've made some trading changes, but nothing specifically to the trading deadline.
Yeah. Oops. I got to move my arm a little bit further away. So I just apparently bumped it again. All right, so we have Yoni Pikkinen, who is... He's currently out. He's... is he our 7th defenseman? I feel like we had... No, was it Bomis? No.
You sent somebody down. Who was it? It was Phaneuf.
Okay, Pikkinen's played in 42 games. Char was hurt.
Because we had a bunch of injuries at the start of the season.
I guess it was Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester's only played in 20 games. So Bouwmeester's now at 2.5 stars. Pikkinen's at 2 stars. Where are they on the depth chart? I'm just curious.
Pikkinen's actually behind Phaneuf, but Bouwmeester's ahead of both of them.
Yeah, so I guess Pikkinen, I guess, is a luxury for us right now. Although I don't want to have him down too much. We're paying him not very much either, so we're feeling pretty good. Hanzus is still suspended for another 2 games. I'm going to just keep on advancing.
That's just kind of a non-productive too. He was good for St. Louis last year, and then okay after you go. Well, I mean, we won the cup with him, but this season, 21 points in 35 games.
I mean, that's not bad.
Not fantastic.
He's been injured some, so. And 3-0 victory over St. Louis, which is nice. Ladd score shorthanded. Cleary, Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk's actually been the biggest disappointment. Just scored his 13th goal of the year.
It's been between him and Williams. Williams hasn't done anything at all. I think that assist was 14 points for him for the year.
Yeah. And all right, Minnesota fires their coach, brings in Joe Mullen as their new head coach. NY Exit also asks, any chance of promotion, relegation, in custom game mode?
Oh. No comment. Can't talk too much about the details yet, but I mean, you may be able to guess from that.
we're working on things. Is that a good way to
Yeah,
say that,
that's
Jeff?
a good thing to say.
Yes, we're working on things. We're getting closer to an announcement, but we're
Yeah, I mean, the big thing holding us back right now for the announcement is just the custom stuff. We've got some big things we want to finish adding. We're very close to having that done. There's a couple issues Sebastian's trying to work out at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he can get past those. And once he's got those done, we could. I mean, Adam's been working on getting the trailer together this week, and so you can tell we're getting close to being able to say something, but not quite there yet.
and Kovalchuk has blurred vision 4 days. All right. I don't, Jeff. I wouldn't say I'm putting together the trailer. I'm putting together the outline of what we want to.
Well,
you're
writing the script for it.
Yes,
We both are. So yes. Yeah. But I mean, we're at that stage. The point is.
Yes. Okay. So Hanzus is now officially back. So that means who's coming out? Andrew Ladd's had 22 points in 48 games. He's at 1.5 stars, so he's actually done a really good job. Brian Giunta had 21 points in 42 games. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was stuck in New Jersey. He had a pretty deep team for a long time, so we got him for almost nothing, I don't think. Or, is that waivers, or did we get him?
No, we traded for him, I think.
Check it. Oh, yeah, that was Zinoviev and a few other things.
He was on the trade block, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right. So let me think here. I guess we had Bergeron just come in because he was low. So let's replace him and get Hanzus in, which puts him back into the lineup at the number 2 center. Tomo Rutu's playing. Oh, okay. Interesting.
You could put Bergeron in instead of Ladd.
I might have to. I mean, Ladd's had 22 points. I'd rather find somebody. It doesn't matter right now. Bergeron's going to come in and replace Kovalchuk on the first line. That's what we're doing right now. For the next little bit till Kovalchuk's back healthy. Oh, here's a storyline we haven't seen for a long time. Eric Desjardins' car commercials a cult phenomenon. Why is Eric Desjardins suddenly so popular around his hometown? Might it have something to do with a series of TV and radio commercials from a local car dealership that has taken the city by storm? Viewers can't seem to pin down what exactly it is about the Philadelphia player that is so endearing, but Desjardins now has a cult following around town. I've never sold cars in my life. To be perfectly honest, they probably just wanted a hockey player that fit the price range, Desjardins said with a heavy laugh. With a hearty laugh. I've always been that kind of guy, and I thought it was something fun to do with some free time. I'm a big supporter of local businesses, too.
All right. And this was actually Desjardins' last year in real life. And it looks like he's kind of slowing down to the Flyers a bit, so good he found another line of work.
Yeah, well, yes. All right, so we're going to give Bergeron a chance to play a bunch of time on the first line. And Waxet said he's excited for our next game. Jeff, there's another question in the other chat, if you want to read it out loud. And we beat your Vancouver Canucks.
Do you ever take it for inspiration from other sports games in regard to potential features to add to FHM? Not just sports games, really anything. If I see something interesting, I'll think about a way to fit it into our game. Don't really like stealing things directly. We can borrow, because the OOTP and FHM are fairly similar. We borrow stuff from them sometimes. But just outright grabbing a feature, no. But yeah, sure. Sometimes it'll give me an idea if I see something. And Wade Sutter fired.
Oh, and they hired Peter Chiarelli as the new coach.
Who's the general manager? That's still, I don't know, it's Al Coates is running a team, not, Brian Sutter fire his own brother.
Yeah, but Chiarelli as coach, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
Aren't actually doing that bad either. They're about quite a bit above 500. I guess they're
Uh,
not.
two,
Oh, but
two,
their
two,
outlook is
two games,
their
24 and 22.
yeah outlook is win now, and next season outlook is also win now. So they're not looking to be mediocre at the moment. I guess he wasn't getting quite enough done, and I'm going to guess they were. They won a couple there. They're not too bad of a losing streak.
All right, so Derek Roy's coming out for a few games, so that means Dominique Moore is coming back in. All right. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I finished saying this out loud. Oh, okay, we lose to Minnesota. Inspiration's got to come from everywhere, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, we talked about that storyline. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure one of the reasons why I wrote that is because one of the the Jets always have done commercials, and I distinctly remember the first couple of years the Jets came back. Andre Pavlik did commercials for
Vesnovsky's at 70%. You might want to.
I don't have anybody else right now, so he's in
Okay.
3-1 because Chara's out, and there's a win. Tony Moore scores. Anyways, he did GM commercials, and it was I got my last big save at Jimmy Gauthier Chevrolet. And so that always cracked me up a little bit. And now Bergeron's hurt with a bruised cheekbone. Boy, all these little injuries are starting to add up.
You're going to have to put somebody in the IR. Smoking draft question, and Chad, are we getting close to FHM 10? Yes, we are. I was just saying a little earlier that there's just a couple of things we want to nail down and make sure are working before we announce them. But there's a couple issues with those at the moment. It's custom stuff for the custom games that we want to get in before we announce anything. But we're pretty close to having those ready to go. So we're probably going to hear something pretty soon. And we're just in the process of starting to set up stuff like the trailer and get your screenshots and so on.
Don't worry. We are excited.
Another question. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we are very excited to talk more about the upcoming next version of the game.
How's it going to work on Steam Deck? About the same the last couple of versions worked on Steam Deck. I think they gave us
playable.
Playable 1 year, and I can't remember. It was something different last year. It's a little awkward, but I think it pretty much works.
So we were not named one of the top players or top goalie, unfortunately. Development report, everybody's going up. Luc Bourdon had another nice little jump, so hopefully he gets off off half star. Maybe he gets a little bit higher. Kendall McCardle had a big jump. Anze Kopitar had a nice little jump too. But just hopefully need to continue to see that. Back-to-back games now, and we have guys starting to get healthy. Bergeron we're going to leave in because he's got a bruised cheekbone. He should be okay. Monthly budget, going to keep morale high. Scouting's fine. And we don't really need to convince anybody to come to our games because we are Stanley Cup champions. We see lots of smiling and happy faces. So that's good.
You should be able to watch games play out if you try. Give it a try, and you see. I don't think there should be any difference between that and anything else. Watching the 2D mode. Smelly Wrestling Geek over under how many periods it takes for the Canucks to score their first goal of the preseason. I take that means they're still scoreless halfway through against Edmonton, although at least the Oilers haven't scored either. We won't even talk about that Calgary game. I'm not wildly optimistic about this year, and Jeff Taff in this one.
Yeah, continues to
still going. Points. Yeah, I mean he never worked out. He was a first rounder for St. Louis, but in this game he wound up on Pittsburgh at the right time and wound up on Jagger's wing, and he's point per game? Yeah, a little above that.
And now Gionta's hurt. Stinger day to day. All right, so Bergeron's going to get replaced. with Kovalchuk coming in. And Dominic Moore is getting replaced with Derek Roy. So Gionta is going to come out and get replaced with Dominic Moore going back in. And we're going to give Tebow this game versus Edmonton. Actually, I saw it was either yesterday or today. 2-1 loss. We're on a bit of a losing streak here now. That it was 6 years ago today that Minnesota was beating up Winnipeg. I think it was 8-1 in the preseason. And they still trotted out their first line power play.
Oh, there we go. I should have bet on the Canucks. Hughes just got a goal. 1-0 from Kuzmenko. So there we go. We finally got our first goal of the preseason. Okay. And you're beating the Flames 2-1.
I was watching some of that. I'm personally beating them. That's impressive.
Yeah, congratulations. Bergeron's healthy now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna advance here. And
Tony Amonte gets 7 games or something.
Yeah. All right. Looks like most guys are getting healthy, which is good because we need to turn this around. Gionta. Okay, we're gonna take Dominic Moore, replace him with Bergeron. And, oh man, 2-1 loss. We just can't pick up a win right now.
That's scoring. Maybe you got to juggle the lines around a little bit once everybody's healthy.
Okay, this is basically as healthy as we're going to get. So I actually kind of like having this lineup as it is.
Has Williams started doing anything yet?
Justin Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 17 points. Yeah, he's not having a very good year.
And that's with first line time. Although I assume he's not getting power play.
I don't think so with those numbers.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he is.
So should we
maybe swap him for Derek Roy in that second power play unit?
What if I switch him and Patrice Bergeron?
Yeah, you could. Or Roy.
What if I move him all the way up? I move Burrows down to fourth line and put Williams on the third line. With Cleary.
And I think maybe swap Cleary for Williams on the third, like left wing to right wing.
Okay. So do this.
Or yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm going to lock all these positions, which I know will drive you nuts. But there's a reason. Okay.
Well, if you're doing that just to set up the D, that's fine. Yeah,
well, it's not even the D. I got to put Pickanin's coming out and getting replaced with Chara, too. As Chara is now healthy. So that means it leaves us with Pickanin's backup, Gionta's backup, and Moore's backup, which I kind of like. Okay, so let's just create lines here. And this will more change the power play stuff, so let's take a quick peek at what power play did. Let me just unlock these. Better. How's Antropov doing, too, for that matter?
He was your leading scorer.
Was he? Okay. 47 points in 55 games.
Yeah.
Solid second line guy. Okay, so if we're looking at our power play, then Kovalchuk, Roy, Antropov, Ladd, Datsuk, Williams is getting power play time now. Okay. I don't hate that.
Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, okay, McDonald's on the first line point, yeah.
Derek Roy has moved up as the number one center. Give him extra time. Yeah, okay, let's give it a shot. We don't have Handzus playing any power play, which also is probably affecting his point total.
Is there a second line wing instead of Ladd, maybe?
Give it a shot here.
Okay, yeah, see if you start to score now.
4-1 victory over LA.
Well, start.
Yeah. Andrew Ladd, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Despite not being on the power play.
Williams gets an empty net goal.
Well, it's something.
Antti Miettinen is on waivers.
Again.
Did we trade him?
I'm pretty sure.
Right. All right. We got Mazikin for him. Okay. And then he went all over the place. Okay.
At least I actually got my Commodore for him.
Fair enough. "10 days left." What?
Oh, I'm trading deadline.
No, not that. Somebody just posted on our Facebook wall saying, "Any news? 10 days left." I don't know what they're referring 10 days left to.
Yeah, the start of the regular NHL season is until the 10th, so that's about 14. You're also 5 days away from the Olympics.
Hooray.
So you're going to be losing. So, oh no, it shouldn't overlap. You should be getting a break soon.
We'll probably hit some overlap. 2-1 win.
Oh, this might be the year where they started the.
02 was the first one, I think.
Was it 02 where they started the so early because they had the separate round first?
Yeah. All right. Game versus Nashville. Okay, we're rattling off some wins here. Kovalchuk's down to 72%. I have to keep an eye on that. And 3-2 loss to Nashville. Just can't quite consistently get what we need.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's and Phoenix have both jumped ahead of us in the overall standings.
We're just flying through the Olympics now.
Oh, so which one? Wow, how many of our guys are?
That's
there must be a ton of our guys in there.
Slammed on the brakes here. And okay, let's just take a quick look. Kipper, Markov, Zidlicki, Wisnowski, Pikkinen, Chara, Rafalski, Kovalchuk, Datsuk, Handzus.
Yeah, good thing there isn't schedule overlap because you lost
a lot of guys. And Tomo Ruutu is also hurt, so I'm wondering if he played too.
Yeah, he may have gotten hurt playing for Finland.
Let's find an early Finland. Oh, it just says Pikkinen there, so maybe not. Oh, and then prospect Marcel
Coach.
And yeah, we would be pretty devastated. No Canadians, but pretty near somebody on every other team. Czech Republic defeats the United States 5-3. Ooh. Russia defeats Germany 4-1.
What are the Olympic standings looking like?
Well, select tournament. We want to go to the Olympic Games. Finland is 4-1, leading ahead of Czech and Canada. Russia is leading.
Oh, we're into the medal round now.
Oh, wow. Canada lost.
Oh, to Sweden, so Canada's out. Russia, Czechs, and Finland's, well, I mean, a couple of good rivalry games there going into the semis, but no Canada, no U.S. medals.
To be fair, this is actually pretty close to what Canada actually did in 06. They took an old team and they got their butts kicked.
Who was? Is the Canadian roster still up?
No. Although we could probably find out.
Just look at the last game result, and you can see the box score.
Oh, I clicked on
Did you
stats.
just?
Brad Richards. Okay. Can I click on this one? No. Do I want to go history? Or what do I want to hit here?
Just click on the team and look at the schedule, or look at the Olympic schedule right there.
Schedule. So, Chris Pronger, Scott Niedermayer, Brian McKay, Wade Redden, Dan Boyle, Sheldon Sergey, Ed Jovanovski, Brian Campbell, Paul Kariya, and
yeah, it's a fairly old team for 2006.
Mario Lemieux, Joe Thornton. Actually, Eric, this is pretty much their 06 team.
They actually took Chris Draper, too.
Joe Thornton, Eric Stahl, Brennan Morrison, Mark Savard, Chris Draper, Todd Bertuzzi, Danny Heatley, Brad Richards, Jerome Iginla.
They took a defensive forward.
That's not very far off from their 06, like their actual 06 team. They were old and slow. They got destroyed in that Olympics.
Yeah, just an off year for us, I guess.
All right. A bunch of players on waivers. And Czech Republic wins the Olympics, beating Finland in the gold medal game.
It's like Jágr was the MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was Kaberle. Kaberle was the MVP. Jágr was best forward.
Now that's a surprise. Best goalie was Marty Turco. All right, interesting. Thomas Kaberle. That is not who I would have predicted. And Sweden defeats Russia? Okay. All right, Boston and LA announce a trade. Rene Carbert for Scott Lachance. All right. So, yeah, okay, we have to remake our team here because we only have 9 guys dressed. Gianto wasn't in. Kovalchuk was. Atsuk. And I can't dress Route 2. Oh, man.
Yeah, with Route 2, so probably put Gianto or more in.
So put more in. That's going to mess up everything else. All right, so assistant create lines. Assistant create lines puts Datsuk on the 4th line. Yep, no. Kovalchuk on the 4th line. Burrows on the 1st line. Yeah, how about no?
I think that Bergeron being locked into the first line right wing spot is messing it up.
No, it moved Datsuk all the way down multiple times. I think that's roughly how we had it.
Yeah.
Just gonna have it resort here again.
It does have hands playing now, so.
Put Kovalchuk back in on that wing spot. Yeah.
McDonald and for Ladd.
Just hating on Ladd, huh? Just be like, oh, I can't have him.
Yeah. Still a rookie.
All right. Even out those ice times again a bit. And there we go. Dwayne Rollison is on waivers. Kevin Weeks is on waivers. We don't really need a goaltender, though, so.
No.
Yuri Fisher is on waivers. Tempting. Development report. Bergeron continues to increase. Ladd increase. Anze Kopitar takes a big bump.
Up to 1.5 stars now.
Ooh, Patrick Hornquist. big bump. Peter Klaus, big bump. Ryan Reeves, big bump. Ooh, Brian Rafalski. That might be his first dip.
Yeah, 32 is going to come, and Tebow slowing down too.
All right. I mean, Tebow, we knew he's jumped down a little bit. And okay, Ritu's not quite ready. We're going to leave him out till he is healthy. I guess we took a big revenue loss because we hadn't been playing any games in the month. Oh, actually, we're going to hit the trade deadline here very quickly, aren't we?
Yeah, that is the 9th, March 9th. You got a week.
All right, let's put Gianta on the trade block, just in case we get a good offer. And we'll put Dominic Moore on the trade block. Not saying we want to get rid of them, but in case we get a good offer, we do have a lot of guys coming in the next year or two, and we're not going to be able to hold on to everybody. And 3-1 victory over Colorado. Justin Williams didn't get suspended. All right, always good. Sorry, trade deadline is March 9th, so yeah, 1 week away. And Tomorutu's ready to go. So Moore is going to come out, get replaced with Rutu. And let's look at the NHL trade block right now. Prospol is the top one. Solani's back on the trade block. He's got, well,
End of years, yeah, he's doing well.
Good.
Not a bad year.
54 points in 55 games.
Yeah, a lot better than he was doing the last couple of seasons, including with us.
Well, this was when he turned it around in real life this season. After he got his knees fixed. Nobody really jumping off who's of super interest. And game versus LA, who's beating us up. Or no, we've beaten them up. And it's a 3-0 loss. Ooh. Tommy Salo stands on his head, 34 straight saves.
They only had 16 shots on you.
Yeah. Tampa Bay makes us a trade offer. They want to give us Mario Altman for Dominic Moore.
That's a no.
I'm going to say no. Back-to-back game with Anaheim. Give Tebow this game. And 2-1 victory. Jeff, one of the things we haven't talked about is there was a bunch of specialty jerseys revealed this past week in real life. How are you feeling about some of them?
Didn't see them. What were some of the better ones?
I don't know about better ones. The Jets unveiled their new ones, which are not new. They're based on the 48? I think they're called the 48s. They're based on what Team Canada wore in 1948, and they are basically the same jersey the Jets and the Manitoba Moose have been wearing since at least 2008.
Okay.
Which literally is like the Canadian Forces logo replaced with...
the blue one. Yeah, they've done that before. That's...
Yeah. And then for the Heritage Classic game, Edmonton and Calgary revealed their jerseys. Edmonton jerseys are based on their a 50s team that went to the Olympics from Edmonton, the Mercury or something like that.
Mercury's, yeah.
And then Calgary's.
That's still basically our school. Ooh, those pants are ugly.
I wasn't a huge fan of them.
It
looks kind of weird, but whatever.
Well, they got the modern colors and then the sort of khaki or like light brown pants. Ew.
Yeah, now see, the Jets with the brown gloves looks good. I will give them that.
And the Flames just looks,
Bland.
yeah, it's like the Atlanta colors when they weren't using the yellow as much.
But it's apparently based on something from like the 60s or 70s team. I really wish I kind of would have went Calgary Cowboys. That would have been interesting. But then the NHL would have to acknowledge the WHA, so that won't happen.
And probably pay whoever owns the rights to the Cowboys jerseys.
I can't imagine somebody would own that at this point. Okay, we're going to go to the next day. Oh, Repper is available. We could grab Mike Rupp.
But are you going to bump Ladd out to make room for him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, a couple trade proposal. It is trade deadline right now. So let's take a look. Anaheim wants to give us Corey Cross for Brian Giunta. And that's an absolute no.
He's only 35. Lots of miles left in him.
This is actually interesting, although I don't think we really need it. Francois Beauchemin for Dominique Moore.
Yeah, I mean, just because you don't need the defenseman, that's might be doable in other circumstances, but unless you want to trade Pittman for a forward.
Well, you could trade Francois Beauchemin for a forward, too, but...
Can't shop a guy as soon as you get him?
We could manually trade him. Oh, it's tempting, Jeff, but I don't think we really need a defenseman at this point.
I just shop Pitkin, and guess who the Phoenix tried to offer me for him?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Teppo Numminen.
Oh, so we definitely should do that, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We almost did it last year. 28-year-old center Josh Green and a 6th-round pick. Anders Eriksson and a 7th-round pick. Vyacheslav Kozlov and a 6th-round pick. That's not actually a terrible trade either.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for more scoring right now, that would do it. He just hasn't got much left in him, but...
That's for Dominic.
You get the pick back. What kind of a contract is he on? It's not nothing... They haven't got him some stupid 5-year deal with a lot of money, is it?
2 years left at 2.19.
You got enough room on this end of the salary cap to do it, and he'd be gone next season. So maybe.
Niko Kapanen, Ruslan Fedotenko, a 7th-round pick. Fedotenko actually has 28 points.
Yeah, having an okay year.
Whoa. St. Louis just offered us a 1st-round pick.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you immediately have my attention, St. Louis.
And they're not a good team. They're
23-31 and
maybe not a lottery pick, but close to it. Oh, wow. Larry Plow is still their GM. Someone hasn't gotten fired yet, but maybe after a deal like that, he would.
Todd Marchment, 7th-round pick. Eric Daze in a 5th.
Daze is pretty much finished at this point, though.
Adam Mayer for more. Randy Robitaille. Randy. Oh, Jeff, there's the tempting one.
Oh, 34-year-old Pavel Bure, who was he retired after the... No, he was retired. He finished his last year. He last played in 03, so he somehow kept his knees going for another 3 years in this game.
Still got 2 years left on his deal this year.
Yeah, it's 2.4. I mean, not a huge difference between him and Kozlov.
No.
How much is he?
2.9. Listen, I think it's the 1st-round pick is what we need to take.
He's slowed down quite a bit, too.
But, man, those are actually some pretty quality up. Like Kozlov, again, not a bad offer.
But yeah, I'd have to take the first rounder and
Yeah.
then
Pavel
call
Bure
somebody up.
again.
Or
Man, that's tempting. But if
I
St.
shopped
Louis
him
wants to
again.
give us a first round pick for Dominique Moore, who's playing limited minutes, we're not going to have a spot for him next year. I think we have to. We have to take the first rounder. So we're going to complete that trade. That's a tough one to do, but that's the right move. All right, because we have Gionta, let's just shop him. And let's just see what we get. No. 31-year-old right winger Anson Carter. No, thank you. Peter Ferraro. No. St. Louis offers a 4th round pick for Brian Gionta. No. No. Todd Reardon. No. 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 No.
St. Louis actually has
No.
had Moore's brother on the team too.
We could get Pat Falloon for Brian Gionta.
Pat Falloon is still playing?
He's playing in the minors. Actually had 2 assists in 26 games last year.
Yeah.
31-year-old Ruslan Saleh. Darby Hendrickson. All right, gonna reject that. All right, I guess now we can. Okay, job security. All right, we didn't lose anything for trading away more, so that's nice. Let's go look at the trade block. Oh, we could bring in everybody's favorite player, Matt Cook.
But flip the pick for Havlat or Fisher.
We don't.
I'd probably throw something else in too, but or use your own pick because St. Louis's will be higher.
Okay, let me just. Okay, our depth chart of got. We don't really need any centers because I mean we got Anze Kopitar coming. We got Christopher Stinkin and Tyler Bozak. Anze Kopitar. Hornquist is coming.
Hanzus is free agent after this year.
Is he?
Yeah.
But we signed him.
Nope.
What does he want? 3.1. That's not bad for 3 years.
That'd be your highest paid player.
I should sign him though, shouldn't I? 3.1.
Yeah, he's only 28. He'll probably bounce back, I'd say so.
He wants a no move clause, which I don't like.
Take it out and see if he'll
no trade
still
clause.
Go for it.
No trade clause. I like your offer, but I want that no trade. All right. Now I offered him more money, so now he's going, oh, I'll take more money. Uh, 3.2. No, okay. Well, I don't want to let Hanzus walk. Oh, Derek Roy. Need to re-sign him. 1.75 for 5 years.
It's okay.
Yeah. Doesn't want a no movement clause, so that doesn't hurt. Probably, should we re-sign Curtis Sanford? What does he want?
Yeah, probably he'll be the backup next year because Thibault is expiring and he's getting worse.
We're going to put him
and Sanford's going to want nothing.
Yeah, 450, and I put him on a 2-way deal. And, okay, that's fine for those. Back to transactions, trade block.
Yeah, if you don't think you need another forward, then I think you're done.
Well, I wouldn't mind having like somebody who could play everything, just as like somebody who's the oldest guy available.
So,
Okay,
Laddie.
okay. Well, here, Rod Brindamore is stuck in the minors. He's 1 star. He's angry about being there. Would he be a bad guy to have?
I'm not sure he's even going to get into your lineup.
Well, I mean, as our like last place guy, we need who needs to if he needs to come in.
He's actually gone downhill surprisingly early because he was still good at this point. I got to check his. I him set up in the database, but he was 1.5 stars at the start of the stream, so he's just at 1 star is relatively recent.
I'm gonna let's just see what we can get. What it's gonna cost to get.
You'd be able to get him for virtually nothing.
Well, that's the kind of thing we want to do. Where did he go? There he is. Trade block. Philadelphia needs everything. What if we just offer a 7th-round pick? They will do that for a 7th-round pick. Yes?
There.
Unless we want to get rid of somebody who's older. We have rights to. Let's just do this. Finalize trade. 7th-round pick to bring in Rob Brindamore. Oh, actually, bringing him here, goes up to 1.5 stars, apparently.
Okay.
Yuri Dopida is on waivers. So maybe not. All right, so that brings us in. We have an extra center now, and Gianti can play either wing. I think that gives us some veteran presence, too. Brindamore went from being very angry to being okay and happy.
Let him play for Ladd or keep him out?
Oh, no, we'll keep him out. He doesn't need to come in unless there's injuries. I think that leaves us in a pretty good spot, yes? As I start to play the game, then pull back.
Not good.
Our biggest thing, I guess, is goaltending. If we get into injuries, we're pretty much hooped. But that was always going to be the case. He's not even in the lineup. Brindamore wants 17. He's incensed that you didn't give him the number he wanted. Well, you know what? That's too bad, Brindamore.
Getting a little sensitive in his old age. Doesn't want to be in the minors. Doesn't like not being number 17.
We brought you to the Stanley Cup defending Stanley Cup champions. 4-0 victory over Arizona. We score all our goals in the second period. And yeah. All right. I think we're good for the trade deadline.
Arizona's actually the second best team in the league at the moment, too, so that's a pretty good win.
Yeah.
Or
ahead of us.
Oh, did Pittsburgh? Wait, where's Pittsburgh? Oh, that's conference standings.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, okay, we're good, so we're just going to continue. Getting a first-round pick was just, oh, look at all these trades. Derek Roy signs, Curtis Sanford signs, Hanzu signs. All right, Pittsburgh and Philly. Konstantin Kozlov for Justin Peters. All right, Detroit and Edmonton. Bill Thomas for a 6th-rounder. John Erskine for a 7th-rounder. Sean Pronger for a 5th-rounder. Holzinger for a 5th-rounder. Thomas Pilnhall for a 7th. Jan Stastny for a 7th-rounder. Josh Langfield for a 7th rounder. Brian Moore for a 6th. Party Hardy for a 4th rounder.
Oh.
Ken Clee for Kobe Armstrong. Wow. Oh, there it is. Vinny Prospel and 20% retained for Andrew Raycroft.
Good trade for the Leafs.
Leafs.
And the Devils, oh yeah, the Leafs are barely at 500, around there.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Oh, and they're still, the Leafs still have Ed Belfour in goal.
Sean Brown for Jean-Francois Racine. Jared Allen for Darren Van Imp. Oh, great name. Jeff Shantz for a 3rd rounder. Dmitry Milashenko for a 7th. Florian Ibaner for a 7th. Sergei Zayanev for Eric Westrom.
Zinoviev moves again. I got in one game for the Devils. As he was in the Gianta trade.
Yeah. Leonid Petrov for Andrei Korbolnikov. Probably said that.
Wow, that was a busy trading deadline. He's just keep going and going.
Yeah.
I see a big one at the top.
Andres Ambul for a 7th rounder. Brad Richardson for Steve Halko and Jeremy Colton. Daryl Sador for a 2nd round pick. Wow. LA's bulking up.
Sador back to the Kings.
Todd Werner for a 7th. 6th rounder for Jim Campbell. And the big trade, as just said, Thomas Vokoun and a 4th round pick for Tom Pody, 25% retained, and a 2nd round pick.
I think that makes sense for the Flyers because I don't think they had any. Oh, no, they actually weren't too bad. They had Niedermacky and DiPietro on goal.
Right. Okay, so they got Cam Ward.
Nashville had Ward, yeah. Okay, so
they got called up Jeff Glass, so their backup situation is not great. They'll probably end up claiming somebody.
But yeah, Ward is just taking over as the number 1, and so they get Pody, and their D was really thin. That works for them.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to be, that's our division, so that's a little bit of a problem, maybe.
And so the Flyers have Niedermacky and Vokoun as a 1-2 punch.
And I don't know if you saw it before the trading deadline, Kozlov, we almost got, had a hat trick.
Yeah. They have Rick DiPietro too. Yeah, man, Philly's bulking up on goaltenders.
Although DiPietro and Niedermacky are both in the last year of their contract, are they having trouble signing one or both? Oh, they should only be restricted free agents.
Lots of guys on waivers. Oh, they put DiPietro on waivers.
Oh yeah, he has been, and he's dropped off quite a bit too. I think the way I've got him set up, just because the way his career went, he winds up declining pretty quickly at a young age. So he's probably headed on the way down. That works, yeah.
Is it foolish of us to put a waiver claim in on him?
Super injury prone, and now our fire goaltending's fine, I think.
All right.
I'm going to have Sanford next year. And you're still going to have to re-sign him, and he's going to be expensive.
Doesn't matter. San Jose claimed him.
Yeah.
All right. And 6-3 win over Edmonton. You doubted Patrice Bergeron, but there he's got 3 points now.
Yeah.
In the game, moving up. Datsuk's got 20. Kovalchuk's got 17. Bergeron might be the right guy just to kind of feed the puck to everybody. Eric Desjardins has 1,250 games played. And continuing on. 2-1 victory over St. Louis. Justin Williams scored. And we got a penalty in overtime, but we won in a shootout. Ooh, long one. McDonald didn't score. Kovalchuk did.
Took a bench penalty with 54 seconds left in overtime. That was smart.
Awesome coaching. Pavel Datsyuk scored. Derek Roy scored the winner. How is Dominic Moore? Wow, they got him playing lots of time. Played 19 minutes, 43 seconds, minute 22 power play.
Oh, that's why they wanted him so bad.
Shorthanded. Good for them. Blues considering coaching change. Where did he slide?
Clearly the coach's fault when you're giving away first rounders for guys that were on our third line.
Or couldn't get in the lineup. He's now their second line center. After Dimitra and ahead of Reisner.
And ahead of his brother.
And game for Chicago, and we lose 4-2. Gave up 3 goals.
On a couple of points.
Ooh, to start. Not good. And the Blues lose one more game, and they fire Quenneville and hire Dwayne Sutter to take over.
Just fired from Calgary.
And it goes around and round and round. 8-2 victory over Vancouver. Jeff, how does that make you feel?
Not surprised. Actually, Vancouver hasn't been doing badly this.
Look at this. Second period. 8 goals scored in the second period. Ruutu scores shorthanded. Under 2 minutes later, Ladd scores. Minute 20 after that, Datsyuk scores. 2 minutes and 11 seconds later, McDonald scores. 2 minutes later, Antropov scores.
And the Canucks finally get a couple.
And
Justin Williams is into double figures for the year.
And then Williams, yep. It's it. And then we score quickly in the third period just to, look at that, power play goal and then shorthanded goal, just to really rub it in.
A power play, get a shorthanded goal by Bouwmeester.
All right, so we are creeping back up the standings, and we're 4 points behind Phoenix. Same amount of games played. And simming it out, and 4-0 victory over Anaheim. 27 save shutout for Kipper. Kovalchuk scores again. Williams gets another. Cleary gets shorthanded. Antropov gets another. And New York's looking at making a coaching change. Ron Wilson. All right, game versus Phoenix. This is a very important game. Can we win it? Survey says we can. 4-1 victory over Phoenix. Burrows, Rafalski, Cleary, Wisnowski score.
Ladd with first star.
2 assists. And we're at 99 points. But we can't seem to make any ground on Phoenix. They just keep winning. And 3-2 loss to Calgary.
Your points record is 117 if you're trying for that this year.
We're at 99 points. I don't think we can get there, Jeff. We only have 12 games left. 24 points available. Okay, I guess if we won every game out, we could. Okay, let's give Tebow this game. (7-4) victory in Detroit.
Pretty, but 4 points for Burrows.
Yeah.
And Datsyuk with a couple of goals against his old team.
Williams, Wisnowski, Chara, Ruutu, Datsyuk, Burrows. It's goals being scored. We've eclipsed the 100-point mark, so that's good.
You passed Pittsburgh.
Game for San Jose. And 4-3 victory over San Jose. They go up 3-1 in the first period, and we fight and claw our way back for the win. Two points back of Phoenix. Game versus St. Louis. Back-to-back game with Chicago then after. St. Louis says they lose. We win 6-4. We're getting lots of goals now, Jeff. Datsuk, Wisnowski gets a couple. Burrows, Bouwmeester.
Letting more in, but still.
Datsuk scores. 105 points. We've tied Phoenix. Development report. Kovalchuk's going up. Andrew Ladd, Derek Roy. Kopitar's going up more. Kyle Wellwood's going down. Alex Burrows was named top player of the month. Now that, if that isn't unexpected, I don't know what is.
He's only got 32 points for the season. He must have checked his game-by-game log. What's he done this month? He must have really turned it on.
Game by game. One goal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see it.
2 assists, 3 assists, 1 goal, 2 assists, 1 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal.
Mostly the last couple of weeks, too.
Assist. Yeah. Yep, turned it on the last little bit. Monthly budget. Everything's looking pretty good. Let us.
Lots of money for the owner to steal.
And 5-3 victory over Chicago.
She got Thibault to heat up a little bit.
Bergeron gets his 5th finally. Burrows, 15th. Bouwmeester got injured.
Yeah, you got lots of replacements there.
3 weeks with a hamstring injury. All right, so
You got
Bouwmeester comes
Pickinen.
out, gets replaced with Pickinen. Bouwmeester's going to the injured list. And Mr. Phaneuf is getting called up. Phoenix stays on pace with us. Owner confidence says, going into the season, we weren't expected to win a championship. I thought we were. But now it looks like we can win it all. So he's happy with the moves we've made. Okay, well, that's
Yager got hurt.
Coach's report on new players. Poor Stefan Kronwall just cannot get used to playing in North America.
Numbers are okay, just doesn't like Syracuse, apparently.
Pickinen's all sad because he's been stuck on the bench or stuck in the press box. And 4-1 loss to Nashville. Oh, that might cost us. Zayanev finally gets his first goal of the year.
Peter Nedved, who we let go, gets the 3rd star.
Antropov scores very, very late. 17 seconds left in the game to kill the shutout.
Oh, well, Nashville gave Nedved a 3-year, $3.1 million contract, which I think is more than anybody in our team is making other than the renewals for next year. And he hasn't done much, but he did pretty okay in that game.
Our highest
cap hit. Looks like Bouwmeester might be ahead of schedule.
Our highest cap hit is our backup goaltender at $2.86 million.
Well, that's why you got him cheaply.
Yeah.
Because the contract was bad.
Yeah. Well, we got him with a 1st-round pick for eating his contract.
Yeah.
All right. Continuing to go here. Detroit. And 3-1 victory in Detroit. Bergeron with another 2 assists.
And Williams is finally picking it up. He had a couple of goals.
Finally gets the pressure off of him, I guess. Back-to-back games with Detroit, so let's give Thibault the second game. And it's a 4-1 victory. McDonald scores. Pikkinen scores. Rafalski scores. Wisnowski scores. And we are... Oh, no. Nick Antropov got suspended for 4 games.
Still got 4...
Rob Brind'Amour...
You got 5 games left in the season. That's actually good for you. That way he doesn't get hurt near the end of the season.
Brind'Amour is showing at 2 stars now, so... Let's put him in. He's going to come in for Antropov. We are now the top team in the league for the moment.
1 point?
Nope. More than that. Oh, no, I take it back. My bad. We have 1 game in hand. So Brind'Amour's coming up playing second line. All right, let's see how he does on the second line. And 3-1 loss to Dallas. All right. Valsky scored, was our only goal. So how did Brind'Amour do? 50 offensive game rating, 69 defensive game rating. 1 hit.
That's fantastic. Pretty quiet.
Yeah, but you know what? That's okay for a guy who hasn't played in the NHL this year. Oh, Pittsburgh just got some bad news.
Oh, yeah, that kills them.
Oh, Marty Turco is gone.
So they're going into the playoffs with Dan Ellis as a starter.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof.
And they had nothing on the farm either.
Yeah, Justin Peters and Leonardo Giannoni? That's a name.
Yeah. Boucher? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If there's a
probably going to call up Peters, I guess.
Yeah. That's rough for them. All right, we're still not going to change anything. Let's see if Brind'Amour has a better second game here. And we get the win. Oh, there we go. Number 1 star, Rob Brind'Amour. Goal and assist.
And number 2 star, Dominic Moore, the guy we got first round pick for. So he was motivated. It's not motivated as Brind'Amour.
Yeah, Brind'Amour is like, oh, give me a shot. Got to get coming. All right. Love it. Back-to-back games with Chicago. Home and away. All right, first game's first. At home with Chicago, and it's a 4-1 victory. Kovalchuk, oh, Brind'Amour gets an assist on the first goal. All right.
And 2 points to tie the record.
Brind'Amour is getting tired out. We're going to keep him in this game. Back-to-back games are tying matters at 69%. Let's see. Kari Lehtinen, who we traded. 6-5 loss. Ugh. Brind'Amour, though, is the number 2 star with a goal and assist.
He really was to play in the playoffs.
Apparently, yeah. He's giving it his all. Look at that. 64 offensive game rating, 86 defensive game rating. Was a +3. Goal and assist. 3 shots on goal. 1 block shot.
3
hits. 1 giveaway. 17 shifts. Dang. So Antropov is back. We're going to put Antropov back in because Brind'Amour needs some time off anyways. He's at 63%.
Got 5 points in 4 games.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And you laughed when I said, well, let's pick him up. What a pickup as it turned out to be. Veteran scoring. 4-2.
Yeah, Philadelphia just ruined them. So you tie your all-time record.
All right.
Oh, you beat it by 1 point. That's 118. That's So you're improved the record by one.
And we just got Pat Burns fired, who Dallas then hires Joe Quenneville.
And there you
And
go.
there
So
goes the coaching spin again. All right, so let's go to the next day here, which means we once again finish as the number 1 seed. As I believe everybody is done now.
might as well just continue till you get the playoff
I just
schedule.
Want to look here. So we are 118 points, which is 4 points ahead of Ottawa.
Canucks made it.
6 points ahead of Phoenix.
The Jets made it in too.
The Jets.
Number 8 in the Atlantic.
I don't see
Or
a team
Eastern.
there called Winnipeg.
Not yet, at least.
All right. Award nominees are tomorrow. All right, so Hart nominee is not us.
Bobby
Vezina,
Yager.
not us. Really? Norris nominee.
Probably Turco.
Not us. Vezina was Brent Johnson, Chris Osgood, and Marty Turco. Norris was Brad Stewart, Brent Seabrook, and Scott Niedermayer. Calder Trophy was not us. Dustin Bufflin, Malkin, and Mike Richards.
Well, that didn't get in.
GM of the Year is not us. Brian
No, you're not going to get it after winning the Cup previous year.
Selke is not us. Lady Bing is not us. Mark Messier Leadership is not us. Ted Lindsay is not us. Jack Adams Award is not us. Craig McTavish, Mike Keenan, and Randy Carlisle.
So it was a good team effort. You didn't depend on individual performances and didn't even get a single award nomination. Wow.
Rough. So we play Colorado in round 1. So Colorado plays us, Calgary, Phoenix, Vancouver, Edmonton, Nashville, San Jose. In the East, Atlanta, Ottawa, Carolina, New Jersey, Montreal, Florida, and Islanders versus Pittsburgh.
Carolina gets a pretty lucky break there, and that's where they've got Ovechkin, don't they? Yeah, they've got Ovechkin and Eric Stahl.
Yeah, but they're playing against Marty Brodeur. What?
Oh, I was thinking, I've got Turco's on Pittsburgh,
Yeah. Mario Lemieux.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good series.
Yeah.
Elderly and Lemieux against young Ovechkin.
Yeah, young versus old. Now, just before we log off here, because we've kind of been going overtime here, let's take a quick look at how our stats summary lined up. So let's go to contracts, stats summary. Datsuk led the team with 60 points in 75 games. Antropov had 60 points.
And you can see why we didn't get any award nominations. We just didn't have.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Rafalski, anybody putting up a big point season?
Derek Roy, as our fourth line center, put up 52 points. Granted, he was getting power play time there, but still, that's impressive.
Yep.
Kovalchuk's really slow start to the year, but got to 50 points. McDonald got 46. The big thing here you can take away and look is we had scoring up and down our lineup.
Yeah.
Like we were getting...
there was a few guys that disappointed on the higher up, but like Williams finished with 34 points at least. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Even again, so we pick up Rob Brendamore, who gets in and puts up 5 points in 4 games.
Oh, he had played a little bit for the Flyers this year. That wasn't his first games of the season. But they had him with the Phantoms for half the season.
Yeah, so he turned it right around. And Brendamore, is fighting for a contract. He might get a contract from us next year. So what does he want? Just curious. He wants just over $1 million for a 1-year deal.
Talk to him in the offseason, maybe. If it comes down a little bit.
$1 million is not asking a lot.
Yeah, you could afford it, but...
We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I think with that, we'll come back to this next time. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be back with this game. Next week, we'll be back with Jeff's Wisconsin Badgers game. Jeff?
Yeah, and somewhere in there, hopefully, we'll be able to start showing you some FHM 10 stuff. But going to be a little bit while longer yet. We're getting very close, so.
Yes. All right. So with that, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with our stream archives going live Sundays at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. And you can come down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums. We can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. And as Jeff and I have been alluding to, make sure you're following us on our Twitch pages. Make sure you're following us on our website and on our social media, because you never know when an announcement might come. Might be soon, might be in a little bit. But that's the best way to know when we have something to announce. Jeff, miss anything?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything there. So back next week with the Wisconsin game, getting at the end of the season there too. So get one more chance to choke in the playoffs.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.